Hey guys, so today I went to the Sephora, it was like a holiday beauty event, I guess you could say. It was at my local Sephora and you could RSVP for it and you would go in and check out all the holiday stuff before the store actually opened. Now, I do live pretty close to a Sephora, but I don't live close to a fantastic Sephora. They don't have everything. They don't carry Charlotte Tilbury in store. They don't carry Pat McGrath or anything like that. So it is a freestanding Sephora. It's not one that actually is in a JCPenney's, but it's not the best one. Nonetheless, I was excited because when I went in, I really only wanted to go for one thing, and that was this right here. So now you can see all of my stuff that I have on the table in front of me, but this is the Hourglass Holiday Palette, and I love Hourglass products, seriously love them. But I never really get the holiday one, and I don't know why. Sometimes the colors just aren't my thing, or I am not quick enough and I miss out on it. But this time I wanted to make sure that I got this palette. I do love the little H logo thing with the bunny. If you guys don't know, Hourglass is cruelty free, so that's a big plus for me. And when you open it up, this is what the inside looks like. Now, these are all brand new shades. You cannot get these in singles yet, but I mean, looking at it, it's beautiful. So I am very excited. I did swatch the tester in store just to make sure that the colors would work for me, but I haven't tried it on my face yet. So I will go ahead and swatch them first for you. So these two right here are finishing powders. And then this one right here is the bronzer. And then this is one of the blushes. This down here is another blush. And then at the very bottom, this right here is a highlighter. So as you can probably see from the swatches, the swatches aren't really going to do these products justice because they are supposed to really blend seamlessly into the skin, especially the finishing powders. I mean, those are pretty much my skin tone. It's a bummer that they don't make darker ones for darker skin tones or lighter ones for lighter skin tones, but those are the finishing powders for this palette. So I have foundation on and then I have concealer on, but I haven't set anything yet. So I was going to use this entire face palette to finish off my face. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to take this Wayne Goss brush right here. This is a number 2. And I'm going to take this lighter finishing powder right here. And I'm just going to take a little bit of that and set my under eye so my concealer doesn't crease everywhere. I sometimes will use the Hourglass Diffused Light, which is a light yellow color ambient lighting powder to set my under eyes. And that one does a really good job of really brightening the under eye and obviously setting everything so it doesn't crease. Okay, so I don't know if you can tell, but it definitely has a little bit of a glow to it, but there's not a lot of color to it. I don't think that it did anything for brightening or anything like that, just simply because for me, I don't think it's light enough. If you have a darker complexion than me, then this one would probably be really brightening underneath the under eyes. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this center color right here, this one right here, and I'm going to set my entire face. So the thing with these Hourglass palettes is that the pans are pretty small, so you can see this is a travel size brush, the one that came when you renewed your rouge at Sephora. It's a Pro Mini 55.5, whatever that means. And so you can see that this size brush is almost too big for the pan size. So it fits in there pretty perfectly, but I'm just going to have to be careful not to get the blush in there or anything like that. So hopefully I didn't. So I'm just using this to set the rest of my face. If you want a glowy finishing powder from Hourglass that's not in this palette, then I would recommend Hourglass Dim Light. If you're similar to my skin tone, it's about my skin tone shade, but it's very brightening and a little bit glowy, and it's a good finishing powder to just finish off the entire face. Okay, so now that I have set my face with that, my face definitely looks like it has a little bit of a glow to it. And let's go in with the bronzer next. So I'm going to try to use every single one of these shades in here, so we'll see if we can make it happen. Okay, okay, so I've been using this brush for bronzer just to kind of like bronze, but also chisel out my cheekbones just a tiny bit. And again, this brush is a Sephora Pro Featherweight number 90, and this is like just the right size for this pan. So if you use like a big powder brush to do your bronzer, then it's probably not going to fit in this pan. So that's the one thing about these Hourglass Holiday palettes. Oh wow, that's actually really nice. It's definitely warm, which I don't mind. I like that a lot. If I'm looking down here, it's because this is where my monitor is, so forgive me. It's definitely warm, but ooh, I really like that. I don't mind a really warm bronzer, just as long as it doesn't make me look like Oompa Loompa. I'm just going to take a little bit and kind of blend it down my neck. And then go back and blend this out a little bit with a bigger brush. So I'm going to use this as the Wayne Goss Holiday brush from, I don't know, probably a few years ago now. Wayne Goss has like the best brushes ever. Every brush that I've had of his has been fantastic, and they last forever. Like, they don't get scratchy, they don't fall apart. Okay, so it's definitely warm, but I'm kind of obsessed with it. Like, Hourglass just has the best powders ever. Okay, so now I have my bronzer on, except it's not really blending up there. Let me try that again. Okay, yeah, pretty sure that was like user error. Okay, now let's go in with a little bit of blush. So, I wouldn't usually do this, but because I want to try every product in this palette, I'm going to go in with this like all over my cheeks, and then maybe I'll pop a little bit of that on my cheek, like the apples on my cheek. I don't know how this is going to turn out, but we'll see. Okay, so again, you have to use a smaller brush. I think I'm going to go in with you know what? I think I'll just go in with this. This is the brush that I already used, the Wayne Goss number 2. And I'm just going to dip in a little bit of this. It's really pretty. Now, for the apples, I'm going to go in with this brush. This is the Sephora number 49, and I'm just going to do a little dab. Dab. It's actually really pretty. I like it. I'm going to go in with this product over here. This is the Ambient Lighting Strobe Powder. What is it? Metallic Strobe Powder. Oh, so that's the same formula as that last holiday kit. That was the 3 metallic strobe highlighting. It was like in a longer, skinnier silver packaging. So that's the same formula. That's nice because I didn't get that one. Okay, so metallic strobe powder and champagne strobe light. Again, these are all brand new. I'm going to go in with this brush. I've been loving this brush. I talked about it in my last haul. This is the Sephora Pro Blending Brush number 42. So it kind of looks like an eyeshadow brush, but just a little bit longer, and it's perfect for like detail highlighting. So I'm going to take a little bit of this, tap off the excess, and then yes, please. So I got one of those Sephora gift cards with the rewards bazaar the other day, but like I heard that there's some like crazy strict rules on those things. Like you can't use it during a sale. You can only use one at a time because it's actually a code. So it's not like you could get three of them and then make a $300 purchase. And then you also can't return anything if you use one. So my sister warned me about that yesterday because she bought a foundation with one and it didn't match, and she tried to just exchange it, not even return, but exchange it, and they wouldn't let her. So when I went today to go get this palette, I didn't want to use my gift card because I was like, what if it's terrible and I won't be able to return it? Well, I won't be returning this because I think this is super pretty. Okay, I feel like a glowy princess, so I'm super into this. Let me go ahead and do the rest of my face, or like my eyes, I guess I should say, on my lips, and I will be right back. So now that I have the rest of my face on, I am absolutely loving this palette. I think that this is totally worth it. Yes, as you can already see, it has fingerprints all over it. But to me, I mean, that doesn't really bother me too much. You can easily wipe it down, and I do like the reflective packaging anyways. I do also like that it has the names of each shade on the back, so it's really easy to explain to somebody what exactly it is that you're using. To be honest, to be totally honest, I don't go crazy over holiday things, like holiday palettes. I love the holidays, but like holiday makeup, like kits and stuff like that, I don't usually go like who and ha over, but I highly recommend this. I think it is a great bang for your buck. It is a pricier item, but Hourglass is more of a luxury brand in general. So all in all, I would totally recommend it. I feel, like I said, like a glowy princess, and if you want to feel like a glowy princess too, then you should totally pick this up. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will see you guys next time. Bye.